In the last 28 years, major continental, regional and domestic tournaments planned for Mombasa have been cancelled because of poor standard of the stadium. According to standardmedia.co.ke, article by Bernard Sanga 2 years ago, republished on 3rd January 2025, the first local contractor was forced to terminate the contract due to payment delays. The second, a Turkish firm, suspended the works because of the same problem. The county estimated construction work will cost 1.7 billion Kenya shillings. The stadium was built on 8.1-acre land by the Aga Khan community in 1955, which leased it out to the Council of Mombasa. Its standard faded over the years until when it was closed due to public outcry. A spot check indicated that the progress of the construction work by the Turkish firm was painfully slow, with 1.7 billion Kenya shillings needed to renovate the facility. The plan to renovate the stadium on the island was mooted in the 1990s after Kenya was nominated to host the African Cup of Nations. Kenya lost its right because its stadia were found to be below standards. Football analysts say the 1996 extravaganza would have taken the game in the country to another level. This is because before 1996, Harambee Stars had qualified for the Cup of Nations 3 times in a row: 1998, 1990 and 1992. Football stakeholders in the country narrate that the poor state of the stadium denied the locals a chance to watch AFCON. In 2013, Mombasa was again stripped of the chance to host the Council of East and Central Africa Football Association (CECAFA) because of the poor state of the stadium. The stadium, which was home to Bandari FC, closed down for months to lay down a modern tartan track at 20 million Kenya shillings to give athletes a state-of-the-art training facility. Bandari shifted its base to Mbaraki Sports Club, and in 2019, the club played its CAF Confederations Cup home matches in Kasarani, Nairobi. The county authority should not look at sports as non-priority areas whose budget should be slashed. In the contemporary world, sports pay more than white-collar jobs. Through sports, we can end social problems like criminal gangs, nurture talents, and create sports tourism. According to the design, it will host matches during rainy seasons, a multi-purpose basketball field, netball, futsal, and volleyball, a standard 50-meter swimming pool, a 790 capacity restaurant, and a 3,000 conference hall. The stadium would have 4 changing rooms, separate changing rooms for men and women referees, with a fully furnished media center that will rival the best in the world. Critics of the previous administration say it shifted focus to the multi-million modern 7-a-side mini stadia at the expense of the main stadium. Some of these mini stadia include Uwanja wa Mbuzi and Bomu, which cost the county a total of 160 million Kenya shillings. A report by the Auditor General for the financial year that ended June 2023, the county stadium was yet to be completed despite the construction beginning in 2018. According to an inspection conducted by the Office of the Auditor General, the project had stalled and the contractor was not on the site. The Auditor General report indicated that, in the circumstances, the value for money on the expenditure incurred on the proposed development of Mombasa County Stadium could not be confirmed, and the project is exposed to risk of cost escalation and project termination. The report revealed that the contract was signed on December 21st, 2018 and was to end on January 6, 2022. It was later extended by 65 weeks. In April 2022, the accounting officer in charge of the project suspended the contract indefinitely with only 35% of the works completed. However, this suspension was not proposed by the contract implementation team since it had not been appointed and was done before the end of the extended completion date. But the Auditor General, this was contrary to Section 151, Sub 1 of the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act of 2015. This section requires that for every complex and specialized procurement contract, the accounting officer of a procurement entity shall appoint a contract implementation team. Construction of the stadium began during previous county regime. This state-of-the-art facility was meant to uplift the county's standards. Once completed, the stadium was expected to have a capacity to accommodate 15,000 fans. Kindly remember subscribing BongaTube Media and Habari 254.